Each night begins the same way. A console starts in the corner of a quiet room, its light cutting through the dark. The FC26 menu loads, the same soft tones fill the air, and everything feels familiar. Calm, steady, routine. For millions of players, this is where the cycle begins. Across countless rooms, screens glow and progress bars sit waiting to be filled. The FC26 Season Pass sits quietly at the centre of Ultimate Team, shaping how players engage while appearing to be nothing more than a fair, optional feature. Every few weeks, the presentation changes. New artwork, new themes, new rewards. The player cards shift, but the structure never does. A tiered track of progression, clear, measurable, precise. It turns hours of play into visible achievement, and routine into rhythm. The model is global. A single system synchronised across time zones, built to move entire communities in step. It looks simple. Complete objectives, earn XP, unlock rewards. But beneath that surface sits a structure refined through data tuned to hold attention for as long as possible. It begins with a decision. In FC26, that decision arrives as a purchase prompt, a single transaction that unlocks the premium track. The price feels modest, and the reward list appears generous. But that exchange changes the relationship between player and game. Play becomes investment. Once XP has been earned or money spent, stepping away feels like surrendering value. The Season Pass uses that tension to maintain engagement. It activates what psychologists call the sunk cost effect, the instinct to keep going because something has already been given. Each tier completed reinforces that instinct. Progress no longer feels optional, it feels necessary. The design of the FC26 Pass follows the logic of controlled reward. Each tier is placed with intent. Common packs, coins and consumables appear frequently enough to create rhythm, while high-value items, such as unique cards, player picks or exclusive evolutions, are spaced further apart to maintain anticipation. It's the same behavioural structure found in social media feedback loops and variable reward systems. Small, predictable outcomes, punctuated by moments of rarity. Every completion releases a small burst of satisfaction that fades quickly, replaced by the pull to earn the next reward. What looks like progress is actually managed pacing. Every pass expires. A countdown sits on the menu, gently reminding players that the season is temporary. It doesn't just track time, it creates pressure. The number of days left becomes an invisible motivator, a quiet source of urgency. In behavioural terms, it's loss aversion, the instinct to protect what feels already earned. The clock becomes a form of control, turning what should be choice into obligation. It keeps engagement high by tying participation to the fear of missing out. Two tracks define the structure, the free lane and the premium lane. The free version offers a taste of progress, while the premium lane displays the full path. Unique rewards, exclusive cards, higher value items. Seeing both side by side activates the endowment effect, the feeling that the locked rewards are already partly owned. Purchasing the premium pass no longer feels like buying something new. It feels like reclaiming what's being withheld. The design reframes spending as fairness, and that subtle shift drives conversion. The FC26 Pass also trains habit. Daily and weekly objectives appear in small, manageable doses. The spacing between challenges is deliberate, enough to maintain progress, but never enough to finish early. Over time, this rhythm embeds itself in play patterns. Logging in becomes part of the day. The system transforms repetition into routine, and routine into loyalty. As the end of the season approaches, motivation spikes. Progress nears completion and effort intensifies. This is the goal gradient effect, the human tendency to work harder as the finish line comes into view. Developers place bonus XP boosts and limited time challenges precisely at this stage to harness that surge of energy. At the same moment, the store surfaces the option to purchase an XP boost. The timing is calculated. The purchase feels like assistance, not pressure, a practical way to finish what's already in motion. Buying the shortcut feels less like spending money and more like completing a task. The entire system is engineered to feel fair. The XP curve looks transparent, the rewards clearly listed. Yet every number, from total XP required to how much each objective gives, is drawn from historical data. Each adjustment is measured against previous seasons to maintain a balance between satisfaction and fatigue. The result is a pattern where most players complete the pass within a narrow time frame, each reaching the end at roughly the same pace. It's an illusion of freedom built on statistical precision. But there's another layer to that illusion. Every card, pack or reward tied to the season pass exists within the current power curve, the invisible line that defines what good looks like right now. As the game updates and new promos arrive, those same cards are quietly outpaced by stronger versions. Today's premium reward becomes tomorrow's mid-tier option. The system ensures progress always feels valuable, even though the value is designed to fade. The reason it works so well is that it feels reasonable. There's no gamble, no unpredictability, just a clear ladder from start to finish. It replaces chance with structure and turns consistent play into visible reward. Predictability becomes reassurance, and reassurance keeps players returning. When the final tier unlocks, the moment of relief is brief. That's it, finished. Now you have to wait until the next season, where you can begin all over again. Completion becomes renewal. The sense of closure never arrives. It simply rolls forward into the next cycle. Outside the game, the loop is reinforced through social media and community promotion. Early unlocks and influencer showcases create visible proof of progress. The effect is social validation. Players are reminded that others are advancing, and that staying current means staying engaged. Behind all of this sits data. FC26's engagement telemetry tracks when players log in, how long they stay, and when participation begins to drop. Each new season is modelled around those insights, adjusting XP pacing, theme presentation, and timing to match predicted engagement levels. It's not personal manipulation, it's behavioural optimisation. The design learns from its audience, even as that audience believes it's simply playing. The real cost of the pass is not its price in coins or currency. It's attention. The structure turns time into a commodity, creating a system where ongoing activity becomes the measure of value. Play is reframed as productivity, and rest feels like falling behind. The pass converts free choice into managed commitment. Whether buying it is smart depends on purpose. For dedicated FC26 players already spending regular time in Ultimate Team, the Season Pass can provide consistent value. The XP earned through normal play will fill the tiers naturally, making it a predictable source of packs, picks and items. For everyone else, it functions differently. It becomes a contract, a promise to stay engaged long enough to justify the purchase. The risk isn't waste, it's obligation. The structure itself is neutral, but its pull is psychological. At its centre, the FC26 Season Pass operates on 7 simple levers: commitment, anticipation, scarcity, ownership, habit, achievement, and renewal. Together, they form a continuous loop of motivation, a design that doesn't just track progress, it defines it. When a season ends, there's fleeting satisfaction, followed quickly by emptiness. The routine that framed play disappears until the next pass begins, and that brief gap creates a need that the new season instantly fills. The cycle renews itself through its own absence. The Season Pass in FC26 isn't dishonest, it's efficient. It uses familiar mechanics of motivation and routine to maintain steady engagement. Every element, from the countdown clock to the XP curve, is built to hold attention gently, never forcefully. Understanding how that system works is the key to staying outside its gravity, because the question isn't whether the pass is fair, it's whether it deserves your time.